Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is episode 2 on the Darkest Files demo, the old one, because they went to Gamescom and they had a new demo, so I'm waiting for them to update the demo. In the meantime, let's continue where we left off, which is the first suspect, 24th September 1956. Continue. New task added. Get to work and check on my colleagues. Okay, nothing new here.
Good morning, Miss Katz. Miss Katz. Miss Katz.
So I'm guessing the files that I requested and the other stuff I haven't got. Oh.
Miss Katz, excuse me. Mr. Schickert, the witness you wanted to see? I'm afraid he arrived a bit early.
Okay.
Thank you, Paula. I'll be joining you in a minute.
Good luck with the first suspect, Miss Katz.
I really hope I can make him bring some light into this.
You will manage, I have no doubt.
Thank you, Paula.
My pleasure.
What?
And hello to you too.
Right. Sorry. Tell me, Katz, has anyone been to my office?
Not that I know of.
No help, unsurprisingly.
So, what is this about?
Someone was here. Just don't say anything. Someone was here, in my office, going through my documents, through my files, through my cases.
Why do you think someone was here?
I have my ways of knowing.
Ways, of course. Something more specific?
The lamp was moved, if you must know.
A lamp. Moved.
Yes, a lamp. I use it as a paperweight, which means someone went through the documents under the lamp.
Such as?
That's none of your business, Katz.
Is there a possibility you're just being paranoid?
No.
All right. So you think somebody
I don't think, I know.
Somebody was in your office. Why is this such an issue?
Oh, I don't know, because it's a locked office with secure documents containing confidential data and proof for my cases? I've had enough of my investigation sabotaged. This was not supposed to happen here. Damn it, I even changed the locks.
Is anything missing?
No, nothing I can see, and trust me, I've checked. But that doesn't mean anything. Maybe they just put it back before I noticed, or perhaps they took pictures.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely sure it's not just you being paranoid?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right.
You know what? Forget it. What did you want, Katz?
Thank you. That's all.
What did you want? Thank you. That's all. I just wanted to terrorize you. Let's do this interrogation with our
Mr. Schickert, I didn't expect you yet.
Arriving on time means you're 15 minutes late.
I remember him from the trailer, so you're...
I'm glad you're so cooperative. Thank you for coming. My name is Esther Katz. I am the prosecutor in charge. I'll cut right to the chase. What happened on the 28th of April back in 45?
So, you're finally reopening the case, aren't you?
You seem excited about this. What is it to you?
Let me put it this way. I still have a score to settle. It is time for some gentleman to answer for what happened back then.
Just to be clear, you are referring to?
Kiebitz and local group leader Feldmann.
So, your superior and your colleague. What had happened?
On that day, Feldmann, Kiebitz and I had captured an alleged insurgent. We had taken him to the district office and locked him in a cell. It was an old man.
Was his name Hans Naumann?
Okay, yeah, this is continuing
It's
from
more
last
than
time.
10 years ago, but I'm pretty certain that this was his name, yes.
What did the district building look like?
It had been moved to a brewery because of the air raids. There was an office, individual cells, and a long corridor lined with boxes, barrels, and bottles.
Please describe the situation.
I was in the hallway with Mr. Kiebitz, while local group leader Faltmann was in Schwarz's office to report to the district leader.
Can you tell me more about your local group?
We mainly wrote reports and helped in the district where help was needed. We hoped that we would be safer there.
How many people were in your local group?
Around 10, but we were never all present at the same time due to shifts and different responsibilities. Shortly after, the two men came out. Pointing to the cells, the district leader gave the command.
What kind of command?
He ordered us to shoot the prisoner.
Were there any other prisoners at that time?
No, the old man was the only one that day.
Okay.
How did the members of your group spend their free time?
They
They
went
didn't.
drinking together. Not me though. I don't drink. I prefer being home early and getting a healthy sleep. The district leader returned to his office together with Mr. Kiebitz. Mr. Faltmann asked me to follow him. Together
Okay,
we
so
walked
that's
down the
Hermann,
corridor
that's
to
him.
the cell where the old man was kept.
I can still hear the air raid siren in my head. I remember Mom waking me up. Pack your things, get into the basement. Was your local group in contact with other local groups?
We were in permanent contact with all the other Bavarian groups.
Okay.
How did you make sure you had enough electricity?
We had a generator for power outages and oil lamps.
Describe the cell to me.
Small and dirty, with a narrow, barred window just under the ceiling. Not that the prisoners in here deserved much more. They were there for a reason. Most of them, at the least.
What did Mr. Faltmann do?
The group leader raised his voice.
Who prepared the cells for prisoners?
A few colleagues from the local group. It did not take much to set up. With a bucket and a mattress, it was done.
Do you remember his words?
He told me to shoot the prisoner.
And did you shoot the prisoner?
No, I did not. The man was clearly innocent.
You did not? Really? Just like that?
Not just like that. I refused the order because the prisoner was not the man we were looking for. He was accused of... what was it again? I remember someone
Just a second, I have that somewhere.
I think it has to be this. Yeah. This one.
According to the former prosecutor's report, Mr. Naumann carried out highly treasonable actions.
That's what they called it, all right. But what kind of actions are we talking about here? The whole thing didn't match up. Besides, group leader Faltmann himself had said earlier that we had only taken him hostage. Him and Kiebitz had hoped that the perpetrator would turn himself in if they held the old man hostage.
Why did they assume that?
Because the perpetrator was the son of the old man. That's what they believed, at least.
So they had hoped the son would come to get his father released?
Exactly.
But you didn't think their plan would work?
Doesn't matter what I was thinking. You can't just go and take a fellow German hostage.
How did your superior take your refusal?
Not well. He yelled, and I argued.
Just a bucket and that's it?
They were prisoners.
Do you remember your words?
I told him that it made no sense and that we should refrain from doing that. Group leader Faltmann then threatened me. He said he'd report me to the Gestapo, that I would be severely punished, possibly killed.
But you still refused.
I did. I just couldn't do it. I left the room. Outside the cell, I met Kiebitz, who was about to enter, a gun in his hand, cocked. The next thing I hear is the shot.
Okay, so I think this memory is done with that.
So what you are
One
saying is
fail.
that Mr. Kiebitz shot him.
He did indeed. I know it.
But why would he do that? What was his reason?
What do I care about his reason? What he did was wrong. That's why I'm glad the case has been reopened. You break the rules, you get punished. That's the way it should be.
We will make sure the right people face the consequences, Mr. Schickert. Thank you for coming in.
The pleasure is all mine. Goodbye, Miss Katz.
I should update Mr. Bauer.
So, I have done some digging beforehand
Yes?
and found something potentially useful for you. The brewery's blueprint. I put it in your office, on the cork board. I thought it might help you to have more of a physical understanding of the crime scene.
I'm sure it will. Thank you, Paula.
That surely was interesting. This lanky man seems so distant to his former group members. Miss Katz.
Okay, so now we have to update Mr. Bauer's photo. Looks nice. Here.
Miss Katz, what brings me to the honor of your visit?
I interviewed our first suspect. Have you read the transcript?
I did. How did it go?
This Mr. Schickert is a strange person. I can't quite figure him out.
What makes him so strange?
The way he behaved, he seemed strangely focused. I don't know how else to describe it.
I see. Interesting observation. So, did you gain any new insights for our case from your conversation with the witness?
Schickert says that Kiebitz shot Mr. Naumann, and that he, Schickert, insisted they should not kill the victim. And that Feldman tried to coerce him by threatening to tell the Gestapo if he would refuse the order.
Is Mr. Schickert lying?
Well, as I said, I find him difficult to read. We don't have enough evidence yet to say for sure.
Understood. The way I see it, there are 3 further questions we need to answer now. First question, who shot Mr. Naumann? Who did pull the trigger? Was it really Mr. Kiebitz who killed the victim? Or is Schickert lying to clear himself? Second question, Schickert insists he had refused the order to execute the prisoner. It might be relevant to clarify whether this is true. And finally, the witness testifies that group leader Feldman threatened to inform the Gestapo about his insubordination.
Whether this is true or not is up to debate, and should be investigated.
Threatening others could be considered coercion in court and, in case of doubt, also affect the verdict. If you found an answer to all of these questions, we should be able to build a solid case. Good luck, Miss Katz.
Okay. So I'm guessing now I have to set up a new meeting. Yep.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
I need you to invite a potential witness.
Of course. Who should I reach out to?
Yeah.
Please invite Mr. Kiebitz next.
We'll reach out immediately.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
I need some additional files.
Something specific?
Any updates on the suspect's personnel files?
I've made the request, but no news since then. Berlin's as silent as always.
Okay, so we have no update on this. Yep, I can go. Okay, yeah. This animation is a cool one. The 7th September, and the 24th, I think. A different truth. So, yeah, 27th September 1956. I'm probably going to go.
Miss Katz, a second?
Okay.
Yes, Paula?
The witness you asked me to contact, Hermann Kiebitz, he has just arrived.
Okay.
He's waiting for you in the conference room.
Okay, so I'm quickly going to just do the talk to my colleagues.
Miss Katz, welcome. Tell me, have you by any chance seen a brown folder somewhere around? Old, dirty thing, has my name on it, big coffee stain on the back?
Sorry, I didn't see anything like it.
Just keep an eye out for it, if you would. It's embarrassingly important for me.
Of course. It seems like actually like someone is...
Thank you. So, anything I can do for you?
It seems like someone is stealing like important documentation.
Good morning. My name is Esther Katz.
A pleasure, miss. Could you tell me how long I have to wait for the prosecutor?
Mr. Kiebitz, I'm the prosecutor here.
Oh, modern times, I guess. How long will this take?
It will take as long as it takes.
It's all right, miss. I'm just asking.
Let's get started, shall we? This is about the arrest of Hans Naumann in Munich on April 28th, 1945. According to a witness, 2 men picked up Mr. Naumann from his apartment. Were you one of them?
You're pretty, you know that?
Mr. Kiebitz, were you one of those men?
No, I wasn't. We drove to the house. Then our group leader and Mr. Schickert got out of the car to arrest the man. Then they tossed the old man into the car and headed to the district office. After we put him in the cell, I waited in the hallway talking to Mr. Schickert.
The district office, where was it located?
We just had moved it into the basement of an old brewery, still stuffed with beer bottles and barrels. The higher-ups decided it would be a safer place for us. With all the Yank air raids, Group Leader Faltmann went into the district leader's office.
Okay, nothing can interact so far, so...
What was the name of the district leader?
Herbert Schwarz.
Could you hear what they were saying?
Only after they came out of the office. District Leader Schwarz came out and gave the command.
What command? What did he say?
He ordered us to execute the man. Then he left. I felt uneasy. This wasn't right.
We already have a divergent story.
What were your local group's responsibilities in the very last days of the war?
We were responsible for all concerns and for many households within Munich. Above all, we tried to eliminate insurgencies.
How did the members of your group spend their free time?
They went drinking together. Not me, though. I don't drink. I prefer being
That's the
home early
same.
and getting a
They're
healthy
just
sleep.
the last guy.
We followed Group Leader Faltmann to the cell. There was tension.
So this time we know that.
How did you ensure
to him
energy
about the
supply?
The district struggled to produce enough energy. There were frequent power failures. For emergency, we had a generator. If worst came to worst, we used oil lamps.
Could you describe the cell?
Very basic. Mattress, window, chair.
What was Mr. Faltmann doing?
Group Leader Faltmann seemed to hesitate. He shared my concerns about killing the old sod. He told us to wait. Yet Schickert insisted. He referred to that new order about dealing with insurgents. He was such a stickler for...
Wait a second. These orders you're talking about.
Yeah, it's not this one. Yeah, this one. Boom. Submit.
Are you referring to this?
Yes, exactly. He was very vocal about it.
Very well. What did he say?
He insisted that any delay would constitute treason. The tension was strong. Group Leader Faltmann ordered us to wait once more. but Schickert drew his gun and shot him.
So, okay.
So what you are saying is Schickert shot the old man against Mr. Feldman's order?
Exactly.
That's horrible.
These are brutal events you're getting to hear here. Are you sure you're up for it? Honestly, no one would think this is a job for a woman. What do you have to prove? I will file a formal complaint.
That will not be necessary, Mr. Kiebitz. My superior knows quite well that I am up for it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have this job. Thank you for your time, Mr. Kiebitz.
Goodbye, Miss Katz.
Interesting. The suspects contradict each other in multiple aspects. I could use the reconstruction board to get a better idea, or update Mr. Bauer. I can also just call it a day. I feel a headache coming. I should still at least ask Paula to invite the last witness.
So let's read the transcript.
Now that was quite an interesting development. Somebody sure is lying. But who? Can't say I envy your job right now, Miss Katz. Oh, before I forget, there was another call from your father for you. Wanted you to call back. Apart from that, how can I help you?
Could you locate the third suspect, Alfred Feldmann?
I'm on top of it. He should be arriving soon. Anything else?
Have you seen Mr. Bauer today?
Oh no, he didn't come in. I think he's following a hot lead right now. I even remember him mentioning a contact in Argentina. Can you believe it? Argentina!
That sounds very promising.
Anything else?
Are there any updates about the personal files?
I suspect I already sound like a broken record to the Berlin Document Center. Sadly, no news yet, but I will keep you on track once I hear something.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
So yeah, he's not here to talk to our father.
Who do I want to call?
Katz.
Hello, Mom. It's Esther.
Esther, my darling. How nice of you to call.
Okay.
How are you, Mom?
Oh, I am fine, thank you. Except, of course, that my only daughter never calls, and when she does, she only wants to talk to her father. I assume that is why you called. Am I right?
You are. Is Dad here? I need to ask him something regarding the case I'm working on.
I'm afraid your father isn't home.
Okay.
You'll have to make do with me, but you're calling at just the right time.
Am I?
You are. I just invited the Müllers for coffee this Saturday. You have to come. I'm dying to show off my smart daughter.
Who are the Müllers? Do I even know them?
I don't think you have met them yet. They just moved into the piano floor of the house opposite.
Oh, did the Webers move out?
No, the other house. The Langs. You remember the Langs, right? Thomas Lang, he used to work at the bank.
Oh, it's walking backwards.
You used to play with their daughter. Black hair, a ponytail, always got her dress dirty. I just can't remember her name.
I really don't know who you're talking about. Anyway, I can't this weekend.
Oh, what a pity. The Müllers are really nice people. And they have this good-looking son.
Mom!
All right. Just mentioning it. No ulterior motives. Another weekend, then. Are you free the week after?
I need to get back to work now, Mom.
A shame. Thanks for your call anyway. Get back to me soon, will you?
Okay.
Sure. Bye, Mom.
Goodbye, Esther.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
Ooh.
The man was clearly innocent.
Group leader Falkman seemed to hesitate.
I just couldn't do it.
I felt uneasy. This wasn't right.
I met Kiebitz.
But Schickert drew his gun.
A gun in his hand.
Back then, everyone was an ardent Nazi. Now they all claim to have resisted, doubted, hesitated, to have said no. Trouble is, somebody must have said yes. 2 suspects, 2 accounts. Both would have us believe their innocence. Both would point towards the other. But who tells the truth? Let's hope our final witness can offer some answers.
Esther Katz. Are you Jewish?
Ooh. And that is the end of the demo. I'll see you in the next video. This game I'll probably either like play it for some challenge, or I'll play it when the new demo comes out, or if the full game comes out. So bye.